What do you do when you want to fish, but can't move around? G'day everybody, Paz here, back with another Swan River Snapshot on our road to 1,000 subscribers. Apologies, it's been a while since my last vid. Along with the usual busy life, fate intervened in the form of an old injury. Without boring you with the details, I was unable to move around or stand for long periods of time, meaning that loading a kayak wasn't going to happen. So what could I do? Only one thing really, the old-fashioned bait and wait. I'm heading down to one of my favourite spots in the Upper Swan to chase some bream. Well, chase may be the wrong choice of words. These sessions will be filmed from the relative safety of my camp chair. What's more, my prawn supply is running low, so I've added another twist, squid. This week's snapshot, bait and wait fishing. Try to catch a fish sitting on my ass and resting my knee. Also, to see if bream in the Upper Swan will respond to unfamiliar squid bait. Armed with my squid, 2 rods and a comfy chair, I embark upon my laziest snapshot yet. It was an overcast and muggy morning as I limped down to the spot. While I can't stand for long periods of time, using my chair let me sit comfortably while waiting for the next hookup. I had 2 rods, both with simple rigs, running sinkers, one full and one not, and one a bit heavier for the odd long cast. I had my squid ready to go, sliced into bite-sized chunks and presented on my hooks. While I know the bream further downstream will take a squid bait, I've never tried it this far up. As one of the golden rules of fishing is match the hatch, I'm understandably skeptical as to whether this will actually work. You don't see too many squid this far upriver. Still, my snapshots are all about these little questions, and my immobility provides the perfect time to answer them. Both my rods went out, and I settled into wait. As I enjoyed the morning from my chair, I read the fishing reports. Snapper are going off at the moment, and not for the first time, I cursed my luck. I'm in no shape to be hopping over rocks. Hopefully other fishers will have left a few more for me once I get myself mended. An hour passed without any hits, and I busied myself watching what appeared to be the annual bird convention flying past. Maybe they know something I don't. Finally, a hit. However, the law of the universe meant that it happened when I was on the phone, and I missed a fish. Luckily, I didn't have to wait long, as my smaller rod bounced again. It's no monster, but it's caught on a piece of squid, this far upriver. Again, it seemed the schools of smaller bream were hunting closer to the banks. Didn't even have to get up for this one. As my time drew to a close, my final fish smacked the squid bait. Interestingly, they only hit my smaller rod, with a running sinker right to the hook. My other line was virtually untouched. Well, that does it for this session. I packed up as the birds completed their round trip. I found it very interesting that using squid as bait in the Upper Swan actually worked. However, only smaller bream seemed to take it. I wonder if it's due to the scavenging nature of the smaller fish, or maybe if the larger ones are just craftier. We all know that catching a larger bream is exceedingly hard, especially on bait. It's an interesting thought, that's for sure. As my knee recovered, I decided to hit the same again. This time, my good mate Ben the juggler and his kids tagged along for the ride. They don't fish much, so a side quest for today is to get them hooked up, and hooked in general. Using the same rigs as last time, we set up. This time, however, I decided to shell out, pun intended, the big bucks for some prawns. More chance of catching some fish for the kids. The day started slowly, with plenty of interest but no hookups. The fish were adept at stripping the prawns from my hooks, a hallmark of bream and their peg-like teeth. It wasn't until the sun was truly up that I got my first real hit. I was actually packing up to move further upstream. Of course, the bloody fish waited until I was limping away before hooking up. Again, they're no monsters, but it's to be expected. Fine by me, I'm here for the serenity. A few more hookups followed, with all being released. While I never wished for the bite to stop, the gap between them was great for me to rest my leg and chill, as well as admire the scenery. Ben and his kids arrived, and the quest for their bream began. As with my own kids, any hookup is passed to them straight away, and half an hour later, it was on. I won't show any footage, but we were able to put them on to a couple of fish each. They also helped me film this great underwater release. As the day truly set in, it was time to leave. Ben's kids were buzzing, and I was glad to help them get onto a few fish. Just goes to show, there's fishing out there for everyone, whether you're young, old, or in my case, injured, but also old. Snapshot complete. Thanks for watching. This video, as always, is dedicated to my two sons. My leg is on the mend, and I hope to be back on the yak soon. I've got a few ideas that I'm eager to test out. This is Paz, wishing you fair winds and tight lines. Until next time.